An Indian oil tanker has caught fire in the Gulf just as the Iran-Israel war restarts, turning one more commercial vessel into a symbol of how quickly this conflict can spill into global shipping lanes. Panic spread in the Persian Gulf after flames erupted on the MT Marivex with 24 Indian crew members aboard, raising immediate fears for their safety and for broader maritime security in the corridor. The tanker blaze was reportedly triggered by a collision with an unmanned mystery vessel, fueling questions about whether this was an accident, a drone, or something more sinister lurking in busy shipping lanes. New Delhi has announced that all 24 Indian seafarers are safe and that the flames on the tanker have been brought under control, offering some relief even as investigators probe what actually happened at sea. Indian crews and vessels across the Persian Gulf are now under tight watch, with authorities monitoring every movement closely as the Iran-Israel confrontation once again turns a vital trade route into a danger zone.
There has been a recent report that today around 1:30 p.m. there has been a fire reported on a vessel, MT Marivex, in which there were 24 Indian seafarers. This is the preliminary information which we have received, based on which, as per available information, all Indian seafarers are presently safe. We are coordinating with Ministry of External Affairs, our Indian missions abroad, Indian Navy, Ministry of Defense, to ensure their safety.
The tanker scare comes just as Iran unleashes a fresh missile barrage just hours after Israel carried out strikes deep inside Iranian territory. The IDF activates nationwide alerts after detecting a second wave of incoming missiles from Iran. Air raid sirens were heard across Jerusalem, Beersheba, and the area around Ben Gurion Airport. Millions of Israelis forced into shelters as the latest round of attacks unfolded. The missile assault comes only hours after Israeli forces targeted sites inside Iran. The IRGC describes the barrage as retaliation for Israeli attacks on Iranian radar facilities. Iran claims the operation targeted the Nevatim and Tel Nof air bases used by the Israeli military. Iranian missiles were also seen crossing skies above neighboring Jordan during the attack. Warning sirens were sounded in Amman amid heightened fears of a widening regional conflict. Reports indicate missile debris fell in northern Jordan as the exchange spilled beyond Israel and Iran. Fears of a broader Middle East war intensify as both sides continue trading strikes. Iran wastes no time raising pressure on US allies as regional tensions spike after the latest Israeli strikes. Missile alerts trigger fresh anxiety across Saudi Arabia, putting the Gulf on edge amid fears of escalation. The area around Prince Sultan Air Base was placed on heightened alert as security concerns intensified. A key US-linked military hub once again finds itself at the center of a rapidly worsening crisis. Saudi authorities issue urgent warnings as fears of further attacks spread across the kingdom. Civil defense agencies urge residents to move quickly to designated shelters and protected locations. People are advised to avoid windows, rooftops, and open spaces until the threat level subsides. This came after Trump's plea for restraint fell flat, with Netanyahu authorizing fresh strikes on Iranian targets. The Israeli Air Force targeted military-linked sites across central and western Iran in a new wave of attacks. Iranian state media reported explosions in Tehran, Tabriz, and Isfahan as air defenses were activated. Additional blasts were reported near Karaj, expanding the geographical scope of the strikes. The IRGC claimed Israel used air-launched ballistic missiles in attacks carried out on Iranian soil. The Israeli operation came shortly after Iran launched missiles toward northern Israel. Not just Iran, Yemen's Houthis also enter the spotlight as Israel faces threats from multiple fronts. Israeli air defenses come under renewed pressure as incoming threats emerge from different directions. A separate Houthi missile launch forces Israelis into shelters shortly after Iran's latest barrage. Confusion deepens after reports of explosions near a US military facility in Saudi Arabia. Tehran rejects responsibility, insisting it had no role in any incident inside Saudi territory. Iran's denial fuels speculation and competing narratives as regional tensions continue to spiral.
A short while ago, the Iranian terror regime launched missiles towards the territory of the State of Israel. We have prepared for this. The IDF is strongly prepared on the defense and on the offense. The Iranian terror regime had made a grave mistake when, yet again, it chose terror. The regime is trying to create a new equation when it carries out direct fire into our territory in response to IDF attacks in the Dahia. We will not allow it. We attacked in the Dahia following the non-stop Hezbollah fire towards northern Israeli communities. The IDF will continue to operate across all of Lebanon and will deepen the hit to the Hezbollah terror organization. We will not allow fire toward the citizens of the State of Israel to continue. We are prepared for the possibility of further firing towards us. Our defense systems are excellent, but the protection is not hermetic. Continue to behave responsibly and calmly as you did so far. We are experienced.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.